They say fashion is for the young, that boldness belongs to youth and softness to naivety. But they're mistaken, and it's time to set the record straight. If you're a woman over 50, you're not fading, you're rising into your own. You've worn sharp suits, tailored pieces, and practical denim dressing for others' expectations, for work, for rules. But now you dress for yourself, for movement, for lightness, for the grace that comes when you no longer seek approval. Chiffon and tulle are more than fabrics. They're expressions of power through softness, an elegance that flows freely, defying convention. Today, we'll explore stunning chiffon and tulle dress styles every radiant woman over 50 should embrace, not just to look beautiful, though you will, but to celebrate the harmony of lightness and presence. We'll cover styling these fabrics for your body shape, experimenting with color and texture, embracing romance without looking theatrical, and sharing stories of women who rediscovered their reflection through these choices. Above all, we'll see why this look isn't a passing trend, it's eternal. Whether you're gliding through a summer garden party, attending a wedding, or gazing in your mirror wondering if floaty fabrics are still for you, hear this. They're not just permitted, they're essential. Chiffon and tulle belong to women who understand that softness is strength and style, like life shines brightest when you stop asking for permission. Let's dive in. The classic A-line chiffon dress is the one piece every woman over 50 should own, not to conceal, but to reveal the quiet grace of maturity. It flows, granting movement where the world urged you to shrink, blending softness with the wisdom time has gifted you. It declares, I am here, confident, radiant, evolving. The A-line skims the bust and waist, flaring gently into a silhouette that flatters effortlessly, forgiving, feminine, and liberating. For pear-shaped figures, the flare glides over hips, creating balance. Try a sleeveless A-line with a V-neck and a tulle overlay that sways with each step. For apple shapes, a high-waisted design gathered below the bust, with vertical seams, elongates the torso paired with sheer sleeves, or a chiffon cape for elegant coverage. For rectangular figures, ruffles at the hem, or a pleated tulle panel add dimension with a soft belt for shape. For hourglass shapes, a satin sash defines the waist, letting chiffon embrace curves and flow freely. Olivia, 61. A widow who remarried last spring, sought simplicity, not white, not traditional, just herself. She chose a dusty rose A-line chiffon dress with floral embroidered vines near the hem. Barefoot on grass beneath a golden sky, she walked down the aisle. I felt like myself again, she said, not a symbol, but me. And that was enough. This dress lets you arrive gently, confidently, wholly. Style it with a cropped chiffon jacket or tulle shawl for sophistication on cooler evenings. Pair with strappy nude sandals or metallic ballet flats for an ethereal yet grounded look. Keep jewelry, minimal vintage drop earrings in mother of pearl or moonstone. Let the fabric shine. Opt for a satin or mesh wristlet over a clutch. Chiffon breathes color blush, dove gray, or antique peach for fair skin. Sage green turquoise or terracotta for olive tones. Plum sapphire or garnet for deeper skin. For the daring midnight navy with black tulle sleeves commands quietly. This dress proclaims, I've earned my softness and wear it proudly. I'm not chasing youth. I'm embodying the woman I've become. I belong here, always have. The romantic layered tulle midi dress redefines softness. Once for ballerinas and brides, tulle has matured into elegance and wisdom. Its sighs rather than shouts, slowing the world to your rhythm. The midi length below the knee or mid-calf blends modesty with fluidity, and layered tulle turns each step into poetry. For pear shapes, a high-waisted draped bodice with cascading tulle tiers draws the eye upward. For apple shapes, an empire cut with flutter sleeves emphasizes grace over the midsection. For rectangular figures, ruffled or ruched tulle adds dimension, belt it, or keep it free for bohemian ease. For hourglass shapes, a fitted underlay with a floating tulle layer highlights curves. Claire 58 wore a periwinkle tulle midi on her solo Paris trip. Passing cafe tables, strangers wondered, "Who is she?" She said, "I didn't feel young. I felt new." This dress promises a fresh start, no apologies needed. Style with a cropped ivory or gray knit cardigan ankle boots or suede lace-up flats. Modern pearls, asymmetrical earrings, or an off-center strand add charm. A beaded clutch or satin pouch in muted metallics completes it. Try nude blush and mauve for poetic sophistication. Midnight blue over burgundy for moody romance. Or dove gray with steel blue for cool elegance. Avoid neon, let your skin glow through the fabric. This dress says I dress to honor myself. I've let go of hardness and chosen light. Softness is my strength earned through survival. The sheer chiffon maxi with a bold slip radiates unapologetic presence. Sheer chiffon commands attention through intention, not exposure. Paired with a sleek slip, it balances light and dark flow and form mystery and clarity. For a woman over 50, this is symbolism. Choosing what to reveal is power. For pear shapes, a fitted slip in plum or navy under a slightly A-line maxi, with side slits balances proportions. For apple shapes, a V-neck slip and open front chiffon maxi elongate the torso. For rectangular figures, a deep green slip with embroidered olive or gold chiffon adds dimension, with a thin belt for definition. For hourglass shapes, a body-skimming slip under a matching chiffon robe is sensual, yet free. Rosa 64. A retired professor wore a black satin slip under a sheer ivory chiffon maxi with embroidered sleeves to a gallery opening. The room hushed. "I felt present, visible on my terms," she said. "This is liberation, not lingerie." Style with a blazer draped over the shoulders. Nude, or black block heels or metallic ankle boots. Swaying earrings or a sculptural ring suffice. Skip necklaces. A velvet or lacquered wood clutch adds edge. Try black slip with champagne chiffon for timeless power. Emerald with smoke gray for moody elegance. Or red with black chiffon for refined daring. Darker inside, lighter outside flatters every figure. This dress declares I've stopped dimming my light. I show up fully. Elegance is standing tall in my skin. It shimmers, leaving memory, not just attention. The sleeveless chiffon midi with embroidered detail is quiet beauty with a story. A woman over 50 knows true presence doesn't demand attention. This dress invites intimacy through understated elegance. Its sleeveless cut reveals arms confidently flowing softly around the body with embroidery as a feminine canvas. For pear shapes, a structured bodice and A-line skirt with neckline embroidery draw the eye upward. For apple shapes, vertical embroidery and side slits elongate. For rectangular figures, floral or linear embroidery contours the waist. For hourglass shapes, a ribbon belt traces the waist embroidery flowing from bodice to skirt. Evelyn 70 wore an ivory chiffon midi with gold vine embroidery to a garden tea party. With silver hair in a low bun, she said, "I felt like a poem." This dress glows. Layer with a lightweight linen duster paired with pointed suede flats or low wedges. An antique bracelet or stud earrings let embroidery shine. A woven clutch or structured leather bag completes it. Choose sand cream or eucalyptus green. dusty rose with rose gold, or midnight chiffon with silver. Harmony is key. This dress says detail outweighs drama. I stand in fully, quietly, beautifully. It's a handwritten letter, personal, delicate, rare. The off-shoulder chiffon gown for special evenings lingers with grace. Revealing shoulders in skiet moments, a moonlit dinner, a wedding toast. It's an invitation to elegance and experience. Chiffon drapes like water-skimming turning movement into rhythm. For pear shapes, flared sleeves and neckline embellishments balance hips. For apple shapes, a cinched waist and pleated skirt flow from under the bust. For rectangular figures, ruffled necklines and gradient skirts add dimension. For hourglass shapes, a structured bodice with a diagonal sash highlights curves. Camille 67 wore a midnight blue gown to a gala dancing a solo waltz. "I wasn't missing anyone, I was whole," she said. This gown reveals who you are. Style with a tulle or silk wrap low metallic heels or strappy sandals. Pearl or hematite drop earrings, or a choker suffice no necklaces. A soft envelope or beaded pouch keeps it elegant. Choose soft silver, pale lavender burgundy, or midnight blue. Avoid shimmer, your presence sparkles. This gown says, I've stopped shrinking. I don't need a spotlight to glow. Softness holds my power. The shirt-inspired chiffon dress blends day-to-night ease. Confidence shines when you have nothing to prove. This dress buttons floats, adapts a softer, longer shirt perfect for lunch meetings or bookstore strolls. It says, I know who I am. Its architectural chiffon brings movement and femininity. For pear shapes, wear oversized with a cinched waist and silk cami. For apple shapes, vertical seams and a belted drop waist elongate. For rectangular figures, roll sleeves, unbutton the bottom, and pair with leggings. For hourglass shapes, a drawstring or leather belt adds drama. Iris 60 wore a cream chiffon shirt dress over a dusty rose slip to a brunch mistaken for the keynote speaker. I felt like the boss and the breeze, she said. For day layer with a linen blazer, sunglasses, and leather sandals with a straw tote. For night swap for kitten heels and a cuff bracelet. Minimalist gold or silver pieces echo structure. Wear it open like a kimono over a jumpsuit. Choose olive taupe or ivory. Black on black for evenings. This dress says I turn heads without proving anything. Comfort and beauty coexist. The wrap chiffon dress moves with you hugging where you want, freeing where you need. Its diagonal lines define without pressure, chiffon making it a partner in motion. For pear shapes, wrap higher with flutter sleeves to lengthen legs. For apple shapes, a relaxed bodice and printed lower half shift focus. For rectangular figures, ruching adds curves. For hourglass shapes, it traces without clinging, enhanced by a contrast tie belt. Maribel 55 wore a sage green wrap dress with paisley embroidery on her first date in years, dancing under city lights. Her date said, "You look like someone who listens when she moves." She rediscovered her rhythm. Style with a denim jacket and flats for day, or a silk scarf belt and heeled mules for night. Bucket bags or fold-over clutches keep it soft. Choose dusty rose eucalyptus or teal. Ombre for drama. This dress says I move freely in spirit and style. My story unfolds. The cutout chiffon dress offers subtle allure. Cutouts in chiffon bear strength, not skin. A shoulder slit, back panel, or waist peak suggests movement. For pear shapes, back or shoulder cutouts balance hips. For apple-shaped side or neckline cutouts, highlight collarbones. For rectangular figures, waist or back cutouts in indigo add intrigue. For hourglass shapes, a one-shoulder slit shines. Nadia, 59, wore a black chiffon dress with a side cutout in Barcelona. "You've stopped waiting for permission," the shopkeeper said. She felt seen. Style with flats and a hat for day, or a bold lip and shawl for evening. Chiffon gloves add romance. A sculptural clutch complements. Choose slate garnet or peacock blue. This dress says, "I welcome honoring attention." My sensuality matured. I dress to remember myself. The high-neck chiffon gown with dramatic sleeves is quiet majesty. Fully covered yet unforgettable, it seduces through silhouette. The high neckline exudes elegance, chiffon flows, and bell or cape-like sleeves trail like punctuation. For pear shapes, flared sleeves and an A-line skirt balance. For apple shapes, full sleeves and an empire waist elongate. For rectangular figures, batwing sleeves add volume. For hourglass shapes, a fitted bodice and open wrist sleeves highlight the waist. Beatrice, 65, wore a violet gown with bishop sleeves to a gala. "I looked like someone no one could ignore," she said. Let sleeves shine or add a capelet. Pair with pointed heels or velvet flats. Pendant earrings or a bold ring suffice. A box clutch complements. Choose emerald sapphire or black over copper. This gown says, "I know who I am. My elegance needs no permission." The chiffon kaftan dress is laid-back glamour for every day. Made for brunches or garden walks, it's comfort and beauty entwined. Chiffon makes it air sculpting in motion. For pear shapes, a V-neck with slits adds verticality. For apple shapes, a printed kaftan ensures presence. For rectangular figures, ombre creates shape. For hourglass shapes, gathers add structure. Lila, 68, wore a rose-tinted kaftan to a brunch promising to own her day. "I didn't want to leave the feeling," she said. Pair with beaded sandals or a wide-brim hat for day, or a necklace and espadrilles for evening. Wood or gold jewelry grounds it. Choose aqua, terracotta, or ivory. This dress says, "I don't need structure to feel strong. Freedom is my finest fabric." This journey wasn't just about chiffon. It was about movement, about fabric celebrating a woman who owes no explanations. It's about you, your stories, your resistance, your right to elegance for presence. The A-line restores grace. The Tulle midi revives romance. The maxi reclaims sensuality. The high-neck gown grants dignity. You're not dressing to look younger, but to be you, freely, unapologetically. You've earned your softness, lived your texture, survived years that taught you what matters. Let chiffon voice what you were too busy surviving to express. In front of your mirror, don't ask, "Does this make me look too old?" Ask, "Does this make me feel alive?" That's the true measure of style. If this inspired you, share in the comments. What chiffon look will you try? Or what style has made you feel most yourself? Like this, if it lifted, you share it with a friend who needs to dress with joy, and subscribe for more content for women like you, real, radiant, unapologetic. Stay soft, stay strong, stay stunning. You're right on time.